Hi, welcome to the MyFestus.com conversation show, an encouraging, entertaining, and educational podcast for those who live, work, and play in the Festus, Missouri, and Jefferson County area, and for those who value communication, connection, and community wherever you live. Hi, I'm Sara, your host, a Wisconsin girl who is learning all about living in Missouri. Join me as I share fun conversations with local people and share my own reflections on navigating so many transitions. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life. Enjoy.
Sauna Playground is where I've spent most of my days chewing out, maxing, relaxing on school, and shooting some b-ball lots out of my school. With
that
a
is
couple of guys
impressive.
who were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and Uncle in Bel Air."
That
I whistled
is...
for a cabin when it came near. The license plate was fresh and there was dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was weird, but I thought, nah, forget it. You're home to Bel Air.
Okay,
see, I told you I got the 90s rap. I could still do it.
It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of flustered and kind of taken aback because that was like, holy cow.
See, Scott doesn't know me like you do. This is a good experience for us to like actually get to know each other. I feel like I know him a little bit more, but maybe we should have done it in a bar setting.
Movie quotes, random lyrics. And everything.
90s rap is a big deal for me.
Yeah,
90s gangster rap.
Gangster rap.
Like, do you remember Salt and Pepper?
Yeah.
That's my
Salt
jam.
and Pepper.
Yeah,
Peppa.
it sounds like,
I just saw a
Jody's
thing
always
last night about
doing
Salt and
90s
Pepper.
rap. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Salt and Pepper.
Push it real good.
No, I hope you're recording, Ray.
Now who
Are we ready to go?
was it? Left Eye Lopez.
Oh, we
Yeah,
are.
Left Eye. Yeah.
Oh,
Left Eye
but that was TLC.
TLC.
Oh, that's, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Okay.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to MyFestus.com Conversations. Today we have the legendary Scott Seek and the awesome rock star Andy
Stop.
Held.
Stop.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. How
Thanks
are you?
for
Thank you.
being here in this
Thanks for having us.
beautiful podcast studio. We are here today to learn about each of you as well as talk to the community and encourage them to maybe step out a little bit to get to know someone else and to learn about our community. So let's get started and learn a little bit about each of you.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. So let's get the juicy stuff out of the way. What is your favorite 90s musical tune?
Oh, my favorite 90s musical tune? Well, not too many people will know this, but it is the Rollins Band with Henry Rollins. The song on the album Wait, and the song is called Liar.
Do you feel you can give us a little taste of what that sounds like?
I can't this morning.
Okay.
But I will tell you, if you look it up.
I'm a
Yes.
liar.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, but that's probably my 90s like go-to album ever is Wait by the Rollins Band.
All right. Fantastic.
I feel like I don't really know where the Beastie Boys were always.
Ooh,
great.
we were
But-
just talking-
But if you
Uh-huh.
like, hey, rap some Beastie Boys, I'm like, I have no idea how to do
I
it.
see you
Right.
as like a Dave Matthews.
Actually, yeah, some Kenny G also. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of see
Yeah.
you as like a
Yeah,
lot of
my-
Dave Matthews.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
with my mullet, you know.
Did you have a mullet back in the day?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Ladies, you
Oh,
know.
All right.
my
All
God.
right.
Did he have a mullet?
Okay, well, let's talk about a little bit about this history. So
My beautiful flowing hair.
you guys have known each other for how long? When did you first meet? What did you think when you first laid eyes on each other?
Well, he
Oh,
hated
it
me.
was an interesting. We won't go into all that necessarily, but the first time I laid eyes on Scott
Yes.
was him walking out of my girlfriend's house.
All right, we are getting into it, folks. This is what it's all about.
Okay,
We are all
for
about the behind the
record,
scenes
I
stuff.
had no idea.
Okay,
It was
wait. So you were dating someone, and then you were
like the friend.
dating her as well?
I was at the time dating a Beth. and
Okay,
then-
tell us how
and
old
then
were
another
you?
Beth.
Oh,
And so I really got confused.
between the Beths.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, how old were you guys when you first met then?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't know, because we were a little bit different and
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yeah. We don't know how old we were. We were
Yeah.
just a little different
Well,
back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, we were already 27 at 18, and
Oh, I got you.
Now
You were
we're
very
18 at
mature.
So if
49,
you if,
Yes.
you, if you fast forward,
Okay.
I
that's
think
really where we met.
it's
yeah.
really
Okay, so like, were you in high school, middle school? Like, what age are we talking?
No,
we're talking like early adulthood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Early
we had kids.
adulthood.
Oh,
Like
gotcha.
we got going on with like it wasn't Tuesday night rides, but it was riding, and
Yes, Steve Menendez would ride with a group of people
Yeah.
from the hub or one of those
Okay.
places up there, and it was usually on a Saturday or something like that. And,
Okay.
And he had started riding, and I guess.
And we're
you know,
talking actual
our
bike
kids-
riding, people,
actually
not
bike riding,
not
bicycle
motorcycle
riding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I think Andy is
And
a
our
very
kids-
svelte guy, but he was looking for somebody also of the same body type to go
guard
riding with.
tackle combo.
Right.
That's what.
Yeah,
That's the way it's been
because
termed.
because then you have cyclists, and then you have us.
Yes. You
So,
have,
so if someone's not tuning in to have
Mm-hmm.
a visual, the pleasure of seeing each of you,
Mm-hmm.
you're a little bit larger than the average
Bear?
small cyclist than someone would maybe see if they're thinking about a professional
Yeah,
cyclist. Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
So in the cycling world, just to kind of give you an idea,
Yes.
and maybe paint a bigger picture, kind of like really make it out there is, we're what's considered Clydesdales. Where we might ride with thoroughbreds, we are the little bit larger breed that's out
Sure.
there. So that's literally a term for the larger cyclists. is a
So in the
Clydesdale.
pace line, whenever they're all riding,
Okay.
say in the wind, we're pretty strong guys.
Sure.
So going uphill, the gravity gets us, but going on a flat, we can really just
And downhill.
really go.
Sure.
And so
downhill
these
we own
little
it.
guys, they're like all flopping in the wind and all that kind of
uh-huh.
stuff, and they love getting behind us because basically they can just go.
Oh, because there's an actual
Yeah, there's a vacuum
Okay.
at our backs. Yeah, we can just suck them right along.
So then, let's just go back for a minute. You guys are in your early 20s. You've grown up in Festus. Did you grow up in Festus?
grew up in
Okay,
Festus,
so
yeah.
both of you guys grew up in Festus, Missouri, and somehow you saw each other and you were attracted because of your body size, because you thought maybe we could
He's such a sexy man.
we could ride together and we would feel more
back up
connected.
just a
Okay,
back up
so
just a
let's-
hair.
It's gonna take us half an
Back-
hour to figure this out.
Just to process that. So back up just a little bit. So we so our kids, our sons were in the same class together and going to different sporting events and everything. And what I did is when I first started cycling is somebody challenged me. I was getting ready for a powerlifting meet.
Okay.
And somebody said, "Hey, have you ever done this bike MS 150?" And I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "You ride a bike 150 miles." And I thought, man, I can do, anybody can do that. You're on a bike. So I got a bike and I did like my first 10 miles and it nearly killed me. So I went out and bought a bike.
Sure.
So as I was getting screamed at because I bought a bike, because I bought a
These aren't
I
like
just-
Walmart bikes.
Right,
Nothing
okay.
wrong
So
with
I-
Walmart
No,
bikes.
right,
but
right,
they're
right.
I
a
went and
little more
bought this
expensive.
road
Sure.
bike, and then I can remember being at a basketball game, and my wife was still mad at me for buying this big. But then the Sikh family
It's an
had just
investment.
the
Right.
Sikh family
Yeah.
had just bought an airplane. Like they had all just bought an
we
airplane,
legit?
and I
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I
I-
was like, I thought that I needed. I have in my life. I have basically a continual midlife crisis.
Okay.
Just constant.
Okay.
Yeah, never
and it
ended.
started with you maybe dating his girlfriend.
Well, that
That
probably.
kind of thing?
That's a
yeah,
long
yeah,
time,
That's
yeah,
a
well-
long time ago. But,
Okay, but
we
it's been
came
a
back.
while.
It was later. I didn't even realize it. I was like, oh my god, we were dating the same girl at the same time. But that was a different story.
Okay, maybe
And he
I
was
never-
like, good language. I hate you. And then we got to really be
nice
friends.
mullet and your red Beretta. Not that I
I
remember
love
fine details.
peeling out in my front wheel drive.
Not that I remember
Yeah.
the details.
Yeah, I know.
Not that I hold on to that kind of stuff.
So after the grudge, and after you're like, okay, I'm still going through this midlife crisis, even
Yeah.
though I have a new
Well,
enemy.
I thought it would be fun to buy an airplane. And so I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then Andy's got this bike.
So I get in trouble for having a bike, and I'm like, babe, you're yelling at me for spending like a very small amount of money. The Sikhs over here just bought an airplane. I'm like, what? And she's like, you're not the Sikhs. You should have talked to me, kind of thing. And I'm like, I just remember I was in trouble and I just was leaning on that. But when I started writing, and then that, we had something going on, and Scott's like, well, I think I'd like to do that.
Yep.
So he came on and we rode out to the bridge one day. And
that first ride out to the bridge, though, I was on a crossover. Basically, it's a mountain bike with slicker tires.
Okay.
And in mountain bikes are like 40 pounds.
Okay.
And the bikes we ride are like 10.
Oh.
Okay. And so I remember specifically falling down or getting ready to fall down into Sandy Valley.
Okay.
And Steve Menendez stopped me. You had already taken off. And Steve stopped me, and he was like, hey, when you go down into this valley, you can't get out without climbing.
Oh.
And I know he was looking at me and like, you're such a fat ass. There's no way you're going to get out of this thing, And I was like, okay. So I went down.
Okay.
Now, I came back out. It was a hot day. And Andy stuck with me, and I made it home, and then I collapsed on the floor. And
like it was
I couldn't move type of thing. And my wife walks over the top of me like a half an hour later. Look, are we good? Yeah. Okay. My wife walks over the top of me, looks down at me and says, if you're gonna do that, you can't do this if this is how it's gonna be. And so I was like, and then I like made noises and I crawled into the bathtub, cold bathtub,
yes,
and fell asleep there and almost drowned. So in the meantime, Andy calls my wife and says, I think we forgot to tell him how to eat while you ride.
That's a critical
it was
component.
Kind of important, yeah.
Yes.
Because the energy was all sucked out of me and I was almost dead. And it was a great, and I told my wife Jody, I said, it's not going to happen again. And you kind of got yelled at, didn't you? A little bit by her?
I mean, maybe. I think. But if you take that experience and you fast forward that to sitting around riding on a regular basis and sitting around the restaurants, that's when we talk about the Bottleneck Bridge ride and wanting to bring tourism, down here, is talking to Scott about, hey, we want to do this thing. How do we go about doing this? Literally notes on a napkin at the old Tatros. And then that's my plug. If you haven't been to Tatros, it's a great Louisiana place to eat, and we enjoy it quite a bit.
Tatros is good. Okay,
Do you see how this happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can take 15 minutes and blow it.
Yes.
we completely wasted all of your time.
No.
And we're having a great time doing it.
This is what myfestus.com conversations is all about, is having a real conversation behind the scenes, and we got to know you guys. So that was what, 15 years ago, would you say, that you guys first were dying on bikes? Is that right?
Probably, yeah.
We're getting
Okay,
close to that,
so
yeah.
then 15 years, we come in a little bit, and then about 9-10 years ago, you guys decided you were actually going to invite other people to ride along with you on your bikes. You felt like you knew how to eat. You felt like you knew how to fuel yourself so you wouldn't die.
Right.
You were comfortable with your bike, even though it wasn't a plane.
Yeah.
Right. So you were still doing these things. And so just walk us through a little bit about Tuesday Night Ride 9 years ago, how you decided, what did you write on this napkin at the old Tatros, which was a smaller location next to the large, amazing location that they have now.
It was an interesting thing because we were talking about doing a bigger bike ride. We always had a group of us that would go out, but this was before Tuesday night. This was before anything. How do we bring a bigger thing here? And about that time, Scott was getting me involved with the Jefferson County Growth Association.
Okay.
So
your goals, you guys have these personal missions to be proud of where we live,
100%.
to bring people here.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
what it was kind of been.
One of the things that, when you grow up in the area, there's a lot missing from Jefferson County. There's a lot that is available for Jefferson County. People need to come and see Jefferson County, but there's a lot missing. Like, there's things that can be here that aren't, the wineries started coming in. What an awesome thing. That, and then you started seeing more of the local breweries like Main and Mill and that type of thing come in. Now those things that are coming in, they came in because people wanted to come and see this area.
Yes.
And we've got some people, like Andy and I, who want people to come and see these places and be a part of it, because the more they bring it in, the more we get of that stuff.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it's fun. It was fun. That's what we wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then you guys decided we're going to create an event every Tuesday night, and it was very casual, right?
Tuesday night came as a I was a byproduct of our thoughts and everything and aspirations, and then so when we wanted to do the Bottleneck Bridge Ride is when we came into once we got that launched, then we how do we train for this? How do we prepare for this?
Right.
So it just so happened it was a Tuesday night that we did this. So the Bottleneck Bridge Ride was already on the calendar, and then we just needed some way that we can invite people down and get our local ridership at the time.
Yes.
Which now we have people come from St. Charles, St. Louis, Farmington, and for
the Bottleneck
for Tuesday nights.
Right.
For Tuesday nights alone for the Bottleneck Bridge Ride, we have people coming from as far away as we had 2 people from Oregon and 1 from California this past year.
Amazing.
And so our ridership on that has been tremendous. But yeah, between Tuesday night and Bottleneck Bridge Ride, it's just like, how do we bring people?
You're going to need a lot more podcasts to understand what
I really think this is one of many. Now, to kind of wrap this up, though, if someone is interested in learning about cycling or coming to the county, being around you guys, where's a good resource for them? Where can they learn a little bit more about what it is that you guys do on Tuesday nights?
I think if there was one resource to go to, and it's kind of everything Jefferson County, is showmejeffco.com.
Okay.
That's the Jefferson County Tourism Commission's website, but it's got Bottleneck Bridge Ride stuff on there. It's got the wineries, it's got the breweries, it's got all the events and different things going on in the county that if somebody goes on there, so it's kind of a hub.
Excellent.
And of course, I pick up any kind of URL that's out there. So we have bottleneckbridgeride.com. We've got TuesdayNightRide.com. We've got, if you think of a .com that we might have needed, I got it. I went ahead and picked it up. So
you do not have myfestus.com.
I know, I tried, and you got it before I got it.
I got it. I created myfestus.com because I felt like it was something that we all could have my ownership around our community where we live. I'm a transplant to this area, but I want to wrap up by asking, what does community mean to you? So if you could say it's mycommunity.com or something, I would love to hear what you guys think of what community means.
I think community, in all reality, it's like a family. I think whenever I think of our community, we have so many people that are intertwined. There's so many, it's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon type of thing where, everybody's intertwined, everybody works together.
Yeah.
It's like-minded people. When I think of community, it's this woven fabric of like-minded individuals that come together. And I think there's a lot of people out there in our community that need just a little bit more education on what exactly is going on in the community, but that's how I would address and define community as everybody like-minded of a woven fabric that's kind of one big family.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Scott, what does community mean to you?
I think that, we're all in this river. Some of us are running against the current, and some of us are going with the current. And I think that if we can figure out which current we want to do, how we want to move that, we can get together and really make some great strides forward. And community is how you do that. You got to have the people all wanting to do it. One person alone will just not be able to accomplish what many people can do. So that's what I like to do. I think that's what we all tried to do.
Perhaps getting the bigger riders with the smaller riders and having that kind of energy,
that synergy
together, synergy for
big
our community working together. Oh. Well, I am very grateful for each of you spending time and taking time out of your very busy schedule to talk with us here on myfestus.com Conversations.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to this myfestus.com conversation. I hope that you have found some itty-bitty inspiring takeaways to make a big impact in your life. To create an even bigger impact in your life, check out my website, myfestus.com, to explore all the positive people and places you can experience around here, as well as learn about encouraging ways to navigate your own life transitions, no matter where you live. I also send out fun, encouraging emails so you can learn about all the new things and score a must-have deal of the week to save you some money as you support our local businesses. Just click on the subscribe button on the myfestus.com website to sign up. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life.